Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's your boy Pup. We are back with the draft analysis for the VGC division of the LPDL Season 3. So if you guys saw yesterday or a couple days ago, I don't know when I'm uploading this, if I'm going to be honest, we went through my team for low tier, which my fiance drafted, which is not very good, but it's all right. But VGC is the one that I was really excited to play, and the one that I really wanted to draft, because I think Little Cup VGC is going to be super duper fun. Something that you don't see at all. Like, I don't know, I saw one person like actually do a draft league of this before, and then there's like 3 other videos on YouTube at all. So I'm excited to really be on like the front end pushing that with my league here. So I'm really excited. So if you guys didn't see the other one, some of the rules are kind of similar. Basically, VGC is doubles, so you have 6 Pokemon on your team. You're gonna bring 4, best 2 out of 3, and they're all played at level 50. So that's gonna be a little bit different than like normal Little Cup. It just means that, well, I really want Kubfu to be legal, and I think it also just makes more sense for VGC in general, just because that's how it's played. And what we have, Open Terra with Terra Preview, which is really important. Only one item. You know, one of each item, so like 1 Eviolite instead of like how in low tier we have 2 max of each. And yeah, it's gonna be really fun playing doubles. I'm not used to it. I've had like maybe 2 double leagues on the channel, maybe only 1, I don't even remember. We had a VGC league where I made the playoff, so I could do it, but I think that this will be super fun. And seeing as like a lot of you know, singles players have been getting into VGC recently, think Pokegame and stuff like that, I knew I had to do VGC Little Cup. I actually, you know, started the preparation for this season before Pokegame's run, so it's really fun to see more people are getting into it. So that'll include me and a bunch of the other coaches. If you guys want to check out the other coaches, they are linked in the description. Not as many are uploading for VGC, but still a lot of pretty cool people if you guys want to check all that out. But just like low tier, we had like a tiering system. So we have 1 tier 1, 2 tier 2s, 3 tier 3s, 3 tier 4s, and 1 tier 5 on our team. Let's start off with our first Pokemon, which is right up here on screen. It's gonna be Scraggy as our tier 1 Pokemon. This guy's insane. It's actually been used in, you know, double restricted VGC. It got a Worlds invite. Like, it has done pretty well. It's not gonna do the same things in Little Cup VGC, but it's very, very strong. For being a Little Cup Pokemon, having base 70 defenses and 75 attack is actually quite good, especially the defenses. I mean, it's just very bulky. You run an Eviolite on this guy, has plenty of defense. You also have Intimidate, which is really nice. You can also get by with Moxie depending on your set, raising your attack. But Intimidate is so strong in doubles. It's just so good, obviously. And this Pokemon has a ton of great utility. Coaching is the thing that comes to mind. You never see this in singles, but it raises an ally's attack and defense by 1. So it's basically giving your teammate a bulk up, which is really, really great. Also has a lot of other great options for utility. Fake Out, I love. I mean, just flinch your opponent. Very good move in it. I think Knockoff is really strong in Little Cup. Normally, like, you see this Pokemon and it goes with Foul Play. For like double restricted, I don't think it's gonna need that, so Knockoff fills that role here. Has stuff like Helping Hand, which is really nice, you know, boosting your ally's power. You have some other stuff. Encore is really strong, just has some more utility on this guy. You have stuff like Snarl, lowering both of the foe's special attacks by 1 is really, really good as well. And just a ton of other things. Taunt, Super Fang is really good, just do half the damage to an opponent. I mean, you have a lot of really good options on this Pokemon, and that's just all on the utility side. You still have some other fun stuff. Oh yeah, and I also forgot Quick Guard is really good in making sure that they can't use priority. Can't use like Fake Out, can't use Prankster moves. Obviously you can't Prankster this guy anyways, but it's still pretty solid in this format in general. So you have a lot of really fun options on this guy, all on the supportive side. And then, I mean, you can also run stuff like Dragon Dance. Dragon Dance plus Moxie can be really scary. Even Dragon Dance with Intimidate can be really scary when you are one of the powerhouses of Little Cup. So it's going to be really hard for our opponents to prep for this guy, and it's just going to be really strong in general. A lot of the time, we will probably be running the Eviolite. This will probably be my Eviolite guy. But also if you're running like more offensive, just like attack sort of guy, there's other options. Covert Cloak is solid for getting past Fake Outs. Clear Amulet for getting past Intimidates. There's just a bunch of different options for this guy that I can run. And I can tear it into any type I want, which means I can get out of that 4 times weakness to Fairy, which is really important, and turn this guy into a better threat. And even go like, you probably will see a decent amount of Terra Ghost on this guy, just so we don't get fake outed or anything like that. Next Pokemon up on the team is, there's a lot of Pokemon that I'm really excited for, but we'll go with this one first. We are going to have our Hisuian Growlithe yet again. This Pokemon's really nice. Gives us another Intimidate Pokemon, and it's just really strong. Has a solid speed tier 55 and solid attack. Not quite as good of the stats as Scraggy had, but this Pokemon gets Rock Slide, which I think is really nice. Once you pair that with like a Tailwind, with a Choice Scarf or something, you're hitting both of the opponent's Pokemon with a very, very strong attack and just being really annoying. You have Intimidate, so you're not going to die quite as easily. You have Free Terra, so we don't have to worry about our 4 times weakness to ground or water as much. And then you have other great options on this guy. Will-O-Wisp is probably something that we're going to see a little bit more this time. Helping Hand, if you want to go for that sort of thing. You also have great coverage. Obviously, we know if you saw my last season, Flare Blitz Head Smash with Rockhead is absolutely insane. Just a great Pokemon in general. But I think this guy's going to be able to click, a lot of that Rock Slide. And being, up with the Scraggy, if I am able to get, +1 attack, +1 defense on this guy, it's going to be really hard to be able to take me out, especially if I get Tailwind or if I'm a Choice Scarfer or anything like that. Just a really solid Pokemon in general. It has a lot of nice offensive tools, just providing a lot of nice offense for me. So yeah, we're obviously going to be tearing out. I think Terra Grass is solid for this guy. It also means that we don't have to be affected by like Rage Powders or anything like that, Spores, anything of this sort. We can also go with like Terra Rock, help power up our Rock Slides. It's going to be really, really strong, and a ton of great items for this guy. It can basically do like anything. Next up, our second tier 2 was actually my last pick of the draft. We're going to do Kubfu. This Pokemon's not usually legal in Little Cup because you can't get it until level 10, I think, and Little Cup's played at level 5. But since we were playing at level 50, this is great here. One of the nice things about Kubfu is that you have Inner Focus. You're immune to Flinch and you're immune to Intimidate. So 2 of the like super important things in here, you're just immune to straight off the bat. And you have 72 speed, which is really strong, and the 90 attack is really, really good. This guy can just hit like a truck. I know all of my guys have been physically offensive so far, but they have a lot of really good synergy with the coaching from Scraggy and just like overloading on that physical side. You can't just run like Assault Vest or something to be able to take on the physical span. Nothing of the sort. And then this guy, I mean, you're clicking stuff like Close Combat, Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, U-Turn, Iron Head, stuff like that. And it's going to be just really strong in that you do have setup options with Sword Stance, Bulk Up, anything like that. So you have a lot of really good options. You don't have like the craziest move pool, but everything that you need to do. You also have Detect, which is nice just to be able to have your Detect sort of stuff where you can protect and get some coaching on you, and then absolutely go crazy with these guys. This guy is going to be a nice like Assault Vest user. Can run Eviolite as well to just be bulky. If I set it up with the Scraggy, it's going to look really, really strong in this game. Next up, diving into the tier 3s, this was actually one of my earlier picks. I grabbed a Wingull. This Pokemon's really nice. It doesn't have the drizzle that a Pelipper does, but it's really fast for Little Cup. 85 base speed. Its other stats are not very good, but a lot of the time we're probably going to be running like a Focus Sash on this guy, and we're just going to be getting up a Tailwind. Tailwind is really strong for the rest of my team. Since my team isn't like crazy fast, getting that extra speed with the offensive threats of Growlithe or Kubfu going to be absolutely insane. You also have a lot of other good options. Icy Wind is really good. That's another form of speed control where we are lowering the foe's speed by 1 stage, both of them, which is really nice. And then this guy actually hits pretty hard off of that 55 special attack. Doesn't sound that good, but when you have moves like Hydro Pump and Hurricane, it does hit pretty hard. You have stuff like Surf if you want to hit the whole field, or Muddy Water, which just hits the other 2 sides. And then you have Wide Guard, which means that you don't have to worry about other Pokemon being able to click moves that hit the whole field. So you just protect yourself from that. and it's really, really solid. Just a good Pokemon in general that I'm really excited to use. Has other, you know, utility options if you need, but this is mostly what we're going to be running. All right, next up in the tier 3s, we are grabbing Sentret. Not a Pokemon that you would normally think is really good, but with Frisk, you can scout out the items of your Pokemon, which is really important. The information is really, really strong. And then this guy has Follow Me, which is really, really good. What Follow Me does is that if I use this move, I always go first with it, and then all of the opponent's moves target this guy. So it means that we can get past stuff like Fake Out by, you know, pulling it into the Sentret. I can Dragon Dance with my Scraggy or set up a Tailwind with Wingull or something like that for free because they cannot hit me. Only thing that they can do is do like a spread move to get by, or some abilities or stuff like that can get through it. So that's most of the use from this guy. I mean, you still have a lot of other solid stuff. We're probably gonna be running like a lot of Focus Sash on this guy, anything like that. So I really like the Endeavor on this guy. It's really nice. You don't have the best speed, but you know, you are able to get the Endeavors off if you need to. You have some sort of priority with Sucker Punch plus Quick Attack. And I really like Super Fang as well. Being able to do half the opponent's health in one hit is just really nice. You also have a couple of other options. Tidy Up and Trick are really interesting. And then Charm, I think, is really good. Being able to lower or like half the opponent's attack is really, really nice. And you just have a great move pool in general. A lot of different stuff on here, whether you want to click and knock off a ton or just want to spam some like really strong coverage moves. You have all those options. Your stats are pretty poor, like very, very poor. Base 20 speed is terrible for this guy, but it can still do a lot of work on my team, and it does fill a nice role for me. Our last tier 3 Pokemon is going to be, I can't spell. It's going to be the Galarian Meowth. I wanted a Steel type on the team, just one like another Fairy Resist, because like Dazzling pretty spammable versus my team so far. So it's pretty solid here. We have Tough Claws. We can also do Unnerve. It's actually not terrible. But Tough Claws being able to boost my power by 1.3 times is really nice. It's another Fake Out user, which is like most of the good part about this guy. And, you know, the typing, obviously. The defenses are all right. So you do get those options. You are going to be able to, you know, sit there, click Helping Hand for some of my Pokemon to be able to do stuff. It's another Pokemon that's a physical attacker. So, you know, being able to get boosted by the coaching is really nice as well. And you can hit really hard with stuff like Iron Head, stuff like Knockoff, Play Rough, Shadow Claw, Seed Bomb, you know, Trailblaze, U-Turn, Brick Break, Crunch, all this stuff. It hits really hard. You also do have a couple more, you know, more utility things like Fake Tears, lowering the special defense by 2 stages is actually pretty solid in this. Something that I've used before. Also has Charm, like we talked about with the Sentret. So you do have a lot of really solid options with this guy. Maybe not as many as some of the other Pokemon on our team, but you know, a pretty solid option for my tier 3, and being able to get that Steel with an extra Fake Out support is really nice. So now let's delete all these guys, and we can talk about the last 4 Pokemon on my team. I hate this. Drees, you're gonna be so proud of me. I picked up Oshawott, and Oshawott's really solid here. I think Shell Armor is a little bit like underrated, right? Being able to not get crit, you guys know how much I get upset when I get crit by these moves. It happens all the time. So Shell Armor is really solid. And then the most important thing about getting this guy is the Water Pledge. So if you have any of the starters, they get these pledge moves that combined with a Grass or Fire Pledge, it does special things. Now I'll talk about the Grass Pledge because that's what's important to us. Grass Pledge and Water Pledge used in the same turn puts up the Swamp, which quarters the opponent's speed. So my team doesn't have the best speed so far. I have some sorts of speed control, but this is really, really nice to be able to do that. Obviously, can't hit it into a Protect. You can't you need both of your Pokemon to be on the field at one time. So it's a little bit niche, but can definitely be used. Also with this guy, you have Icy Wind, so you're able to speed control like that as well. You also have a decently fast Encore. You're like 45 base speed with some okay stats across the board, so you can Encore, be annoying that way. Click stuff like Knockoff, Flip Turn. You have Aqua Jet, which is a nice priority to have on the team. But mostly the reason I wanted to use this guy was for that Water Pledge. I think it's going to be really fun in conjunction with our next member, which is the Chikorita. Now this, you don't have any good abilities or anything like that. You do also have like a faster Encore. This guy also has Heal Pulse, which I think is really fun, and the dual screens, the light screen plus reflect, stuff like Helping Hand, Fake Tears as well. But then this guy gets the Grass Pledge. So you set up with the Grass Pledge and the Water Pledge, and then everything on my team is way faster than my opponent's team, and it puts me in a really good spot. It's also like solidly strong. Only like you have 49 special attack, and then the Oshawott was what? What was your special attack? I can't spell. Oshawott, 63 special attack. I mean, it's going to go off of what the slowest Pokemon, I think, on their attack. It's going to hit really hard when it gets boosted when you do both the pledge moves. So it's going to be really, really strong in this. I think I'm going to use it for a couple weeks for sure. And I'm excited to see how the swamp plays out, if my opponents are going to prep for it a lot or not, because it can be incredibly overpowered. Next Pokemon on my team, my last tier 4, is going to be Shellos. This is a really nice little cut Pokemon that we used on my singles team last season. Sticky Hold is what I used all the time over there, just so I couldn't get knocked off. But Storm Drain is really strong here. Being able to have a water immunity and raise your special attack by 1 is really nice when I have stuff like Oshawott that can click the Surf. You know, boost up myself while doing a lot of damage to the opponents. Same with the Wingull. The Wingull can click Surf, give me a +1 special attack boost. This Pokemon has decent defenses, very decent HP stat, very good special defense, and decent defense, you know? So you're going to be able to do a lot of damage. You have stuff like Earth Power, Icy Wind for some more speed control, Hydro Pump, Muddy Water is really nice as well to be able to hit both of the opponents. You have a lot of really nice options with this. You can also just live forever with stuff like Recover, and you can set up your stats with Acid Armor and Amnesia sort of stuff, and you can be really annoying, just a really nice tank that is powered up by my own Pokemon. So a really strong guy here in tier 4. I think this is a little bit of a gem down here, especially with how it works with my Wingull and the Oshawott on the team. And then last but certainly not least is the same Pokemon that I got in single side as my tier 5. It's gonna be Pichu, but I think Pichu's a lot better in the double side. So Lightning Rod is really nice because I do have multiple weaknesses to electric on my team. So Lightning Rod pulls in all the electric moves and has that immunity. So, you know, really nice here. So I can have it next to my Shellos, Oshawott, Wingull, blah, blah, blah. All the other Pokemon have to think twice before locking themselves in or clicking an electric move in general. And this guy also gets Fake Out. He gets a decently fast Electro Web with base 60 speed, which is nice because it lowers the opponent's speed. You have Encore. You have a Light Screen and Reflect as well. You have a Nuzzle to be able to, get down those speeds with the paralysis. You have stuff like Charm. Even stuff like Electric Terrain can be really fun to use. So I think this Pokemon has a lot of utility for being a tier 5. Definitely another one of those Pokemon that I was really excited to pick up, and that it lived all the way until the end. There were some other good tier 5s, especially in VGC, where we don't really know a lot that's going to be going on because no one really runs this format. But I'm really excited for this team. I hope you guys are too. And if you are, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'm super excited for this. And I know all the coaches are as well. We have 10 coaches in this, which means top 6 are going to make the playoffs, just like season 1 of the LPDL. We had top 6 make the playoffs and 1 and 2 get a bye. It's going to be just like that. Gonna wrap up the same time as low tier. So it's going to be tough to make the playoffs in both of these leagues, but I definitely think I can do it. With this team especially is going to carry me. I'm going to have to try a little bit harder in low tier, I think, to do the team that my fiance picks. But yeah, it's going to have a really fun time. I hope you guys do enjoy. If you do, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Really close to hitting 400 subs, and I would really appreciate it if you subbed. Yeah, that's going to be about it for me. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.